Bitcoin dominance is declining very hard. Altcoin season is on the verge, so it is time to lock in now. Now is the time to make money. You can't afford to not be active right now. So in today's video, I will give you an overview about the most interesting projects and which projects that you should put on your watch list to make the most gains in this cycle. So I'd say let's not lose time and start right into it. As you can see here, Bitcoin dominance is declining very fast. It's the same pattern like 2021, and what comes afterwards is a crazy altcoin season. We can see it when we're looking at the Bitcoin dominance chart, and we can see it when we're looking at the altcoin season index. Altcoin season is approaching, and you can't imagine what will happen when we're here over 75. Then everything will go completely nuts. Then you'll sit on your smartphone and refresh and refresh and refresh, and all the time you refresh, you make a little gain on your portfolio. Another very interesting chart is the others chart. The others chart is the total crypto market cap excluding the top 10 cryptos. If we're going down here, we can see an ascending triangle with a clear breakout here. And you can't imagine what will happen with your portfolios if we're going up here. And yes, altcoin season will go completely crazy. And all of this aligns with an upcoming rate cut. There is rumors out there there will be at least 3 rate cuts in 2025. The first rate cut for 2025 will happen on September the 17th. I think that we will get a 50 BPS rate cut. It is not priced in yet, and then the money will follow, and then our risk on assets will pump, hopefully to the moon. But what will pump first? Which coin should you watch now, and which is the most trending narratives? I'd say we dive right into it. The biggest trends in this crypto cycle is treasuries of coins. We have digital asset treasuries. This is companies that are just accumulating cryptos. Then we have buyback programs. This is crypto projects that are buying back their token and burn it so that the supply is decreasing and the project gets more deflationary. And then we have new ETFs launching in Q4. And if you combine all of these narratives, this is the coins that will benefit the most in the next weeks. And so it is not a surprise that these coins already have been the best performers over the last weeks. For example, when we're looking at WorldCoin. WorldCoin made a crazy rally, Pump Fund made a crazy rally, Hyperliquid made a crazy rally, Ethena's ENA made a crazy rally, Bonk made a crazy rally. This is all not a surprise to me. Because when we're watching it very closely, we can see there is a clear indicator of DATs, digital asset treasuries, that are buying back their token. And those companies that announced that they are buying more than 5% of the total market cap of a coin, those tend to have the most impact. For example, if we're looking at World and Crow, and let's start with World here, it was not a surprise that World pumped like this because they made a $250 million treasury deal, which means the token is bought back with nearly 10% of the market cap, which led to a crazy rally of WorldCoin. If we're looking at the 3 months chart, the coin is simply going to the moon. And the same is happening with ENA, the same is happening with Solana, and the same is happening, for example, with Crow. With Kronos, Donald Trump made a deal to integrate it into the Truth social platform. So this is what we imagined would happen if Elon Musk integrated Doge into X. This is now happening with Kronos and Truth Social. Kronos exploded, and the Trump Media Group finalized a deal in which they purchased 2% of the whole token supply. And also here, it is not a surprise that the token mooned afterwards. And there is other coins as well that will get soon treasury deals. For example, Pump is a really interesting project because it is one of the tokens in the narrative buybacks which is bought back the most. With Hype and ENA, Pump is one of the most promising projects in the narrative buybacks because they print money, they have gigantic treasuries, and they have a large market. And the growth possibility is very strong. So it would not surprise me if there is also another treasury company that wants to accumulate Pump in the very near future. There is already rumors going around. So yes, Pump checks narrative 1 and narrative 2, like Hyperliquid and Ina. This is projects everybody has to watch at the moment. This is no surprise that this project is the best performers at the moment. And those projects are not shitcoins. Those projects are here to stay. They have real use cases. There is simply no competition for Hyperliquid out there. They are making more revenue nearly every month. And with 79% of that revenue, they are buying back the hype token. So there is only one way for the hype token in the upcoming altcoin season. Same thing with Ina. But there is a project on this list not a lot of people have already talked about. And this, in my opinion, is Injective. This is a project I'm staking since last year. Not a lot of people have Injective on their watch lists. Why? Because the whole Cosmos ecosystem where Injective is built on is not getting a lot of attention lately. But Injective is a very interesting layer 1 blockchain that also is bought back from different treasury companies. So it will make a really good push. It did not run yet, but in my opinion, this is an advantage for you that this project has not pumped yet, because not only is this a treasury asset, also Injective will get its own spot stake in ETF, and then the project can rally from there on. So Injective checks all three of those categories. So Injective can be a very clear winner of this cycle. And we've seen it with Solana. They made a comeback simply with their DAT. Solana made a $1.6 billion DAT deal. So yes, this is becoming a really big treasury, and as you can see on the list, Solana is bought back with more than 5% of the market cap, and it made a 15% price move. So have that in mind and watch this, because if retail is not here, who's buying your coins? Treasuries and ETFs. And if you connect the dots, if you can see the patterns, investing is not gambling. You just have to follow those patterns, and then your portfolio can grow if you follow these patterns. But don't forget to take profits in time. This cycle won't run forever. We are in the final stage. I don't know if it runs until November or December, but make sure to make an exit in time. On short side, these treasury companies are very, very good. But in the long term, a lot of these treasuries will blow up in our faces in the bear market. So this is why we have to take profits in time. We can already see there is a falling premium for those crypto treasuries, and that the investor demand is already hitting limits with Ethereum and Bitcoin. For other altcoins, those new treasuries will push the altcoins. This is for sure, yeah. But make sure to exit in time. I will definitely let you know when I will hit my price targets, because you can only win if you take profits. And when I take my profits, I simply switch it into stable coins, which I'm using in DeFi. So I'm just increasing my percentage I'm using in DeFi when we're in the bear market. And then if I can see we're at the bottom again, then I'm starting to build up my pyramid again. Then I'm accumulating coins again. Then I'm buying in different narratives and projects. And if you're buying in at the bottom, you simply have no risk when we're going up. You only can win if you're using this strategy. If you have any questions to those strategies, just let me know down in the comments. I'm always happy to help. I hope I was able to give you some interesting insights in today's video. Make sure to smash that follow button and like this video. Feel free to share this video with your friends so they stay always up to date with us. Thank you for watching, guys. See you soon.